Well, again, Norristown struck in 2 plays, so I mean they do have the offensive firepower to come back, but it is a discouraging thing when you get a fumble and you fumble it right back to the other side, and they capitalize as they've been doing all night.
What that puts Norristown now, they're in a position, Joe, now they can ill afford any mistakes. They have to play mistake, turnover-free football the entire second half, hope to shore up their defense and score some points.
There's a
Oh, he was hit. It was number 13, Curtis Arthur.
All right, it'll be Norristown's ball, 33-yard line. Curtis Arthur, a nice return. Took a lick as he went down.
They list Curtis Arthur at 170. That's being very, very generous.
I think you're right. All right, Davey Johnson out of the game temporarily. Norristown returns to the shotgun.
He's going to go down.
Oh my. Number 81 for Methacton. That's Mike Piazza playing both ways.
You had to look up his number, Joe, again? You've been calling it all game.
I know. Great play by the young man out of Methacton. All right, 2nd and 15, the Eagles lost 5. Minute and a half left to play in the first half. Norristown returns to the shotgun. Here's Bird out of the pocket. Nice gain, about 8 yards.
It's going to be short, about 3 for a first, Joe.
Yep. Number 18, Steve Gatlos brought down Greg Bird. Nice open field tackle.
Why not? Bird likes to sprint out left, doesn't he?
Yes, he does. That's correct. All right, 3rd and 4. Oh my, number 43.
No time at all. I think Methacton's adjusted already to that shotgun, Joe.
Number 43, Rob Pagnotta. You're right. The Methacton coaching staff has reacted very, very well.
And if I'm not mistaken, I think Methacton's called a timeout because they see 21 seconds. Why not look to block a punt? They've been close every time.
Burn the timeout. You're not going to. You might as well, right?
Doesn't carry over.
That's right. All right, number 11, Godelski, a defensive back, also returns punts for the Warriors. I'm impressed with Methacton, Tom.
Yeah, Joe, they have a nice club. They really do. They're well drilled. They're confident. They have cohesiveness.
They're experienced, obviously. They're very experienced.
And you know, Upper Murray's supposed to be a real good club. They almost knocked them off. And the fact is, they almost knocked them off. They have to play every game away, it looks like.
Yes, that's true.
It's nice to see a nice contingent from Methacton come down from Fairview Village area. Absolutely. And it's not a bad crowd on the home side, somewhat sparse, but the weather was really a threatening factor tonight. A lot of people.
They had snap from center.
And that's why they call timeout. He again could have punted it. Number 3's got to understand, and the Norristown coaches up here in the press box saw the same thing.
Yeah.
That's 2 sacks he took on punt formations after he eluded the first tackler.
Right.
Had a little time to punt. He got nothing to lose at that point.
All right, 16 seconds left to play.
They go to the end zone.
Exactly right. They're going to go to Piazza. They'll go to Piazza.
They just look like they've single back. They're going to just flood areas in the end zone. Watch that drag pattern underneath. That was successful last time, and they have a timeout to use.
All right, swings the pass, swing pass.
Not enough speed.
All right, 8 seconds left. Methacton calls a timeout.
That's their final timeout.
All right, swing pass to Phoenix. Picked up barely a yard, but they're still within striking distance from the at the Norristown 23-yard line. This will be the last play of the first half. Norristown has got to prevent a touchdown. They must prevent a touchdown, or else this game is over. Here come the Warriors. Kenny Witter playing free safety, center field. The last line of the Eagles' defense. Pressure's going to be on that young man on this play. Here's Cope.
Intercepted by Witter, and he's going to look to run it out.
All right, nice play by Kenny Witter.
That was dangerous, too, because he could have fumbled there in the end zone. I don't understand that, but...
All right, that ends the first half with an interception by a timely interception by Kenny Witter. The score, 21 for Methacton, 7 for Norristown. I'm impressed by Methacton, and it's, as you say, Tom, it's discipline, it's organization, it's efficiency, it's confidence. We have a whole second half of football left, and the Eagles have got to regroup, or else this game could just skitter away.
Okay, Joe. We'll see if Norristown can make some adjustments to get back in this game. As we leave you for the halftime score, Methacton Warriors 21, the Eagles of Norristown 7. We'll be back with the second half kickoff after this break. All right, here we are back, Joe, ready for the start of the second half. Norristown will be kicking off to Methacton. Methacton will be defending the, Norristown will be defending the east end zone. Very, very important first few minutes, few possessions, Joe, coming up.
I think you're right. I think it's very important for Norristown to stop Methacton in 3 downs. 3 downs and out, so Norristown can get some offensive momentum back. Here's Giacomo Stabile kicking off from his own 40-yard line. Skimming sort of a kick, not very effective. Picked up by number 23 for Methacton. That's Aaron Yoakum.
Got it out to the 34-yard line, so decent field position to start for the Warriors. Joe, tonight's game officials. The referee is Mr. Jim Stevenson. The umpire, Jerry Davis. The linesman, Steve Clark. The line judge, Tom Rogers. And the back judge, Al Garner.
As usual, as all PIAA officials do, they're doing a first-rate job. First-rate job.
Yeah, very few penalties.
All right, there was an inside handoff, got nothing. That was number 22, Marvin Phoenix.
Let's see. I'm anxious to see if Norristown implements any defensive alignments differently than they did the first half. Not that I'd be able to tell. It looks like they have setting up on a 4-3.
Here's a handoff to Pierce. Struggles ahead for about 3 yards.
Joe, what that 4-3 alignment will do, it will limit the success of that particular type of play because there's 2 lines of defense which within 2 or 3 yards of each other.
Yes, indeed. All right, 3rd down, 5 yards to go. Big play for the Eagles, as we said. Eagles want to stop the Warriors 3 and out.
It's a very important play for field position, too. If Methacton gets a first down here, Norristown will have it back against the wall.
Yep, there he goes. There goes Pierce.
That's Phoenix.
I'm sorry, that's Phoenix. You're right, I'm sorry. Marvin Phoenix down to the Norristown 44-yard line. Marvin Phoenix got a great block inside. Juked the linebacker. Carried it down to the Norristown 44-yard line. Marvin Phoenix. Number 22. Reminds me of another number 22. How about that Tim Brown?
Boy, he was one of the best. One of the best. 1960 Eagles. Yep. World champions. I still remember Chuck Bednarik laying on top of Jim Taylor about the 7-yard line.
At Franklin Field.
And the clock ran out. But Joe, I can remember it because I heard the game on radio. They blacked that game out on TV.
Yes, they did.
In the Philadelphia area. So I listened to it in my living room on the old radio.
The only game that a Vince Lombardi coach, the only championship game that a Vince Lombardi coach team ever lost.
That's exactly right. And unfortunately, Joe, most of the viewers in our area watching tonight's telecast have no idea when that was or who those players were.
That's right. Here's a pitch to Phoenix. Skitters around the left side for about 6 yards. During practice, I asked Coach Smith about having players play both ways, and doesn't it tire them out? His philosophy is you put your best athlete out there, whether it's offense or defense.
And you know, that philosophy is consistent with most high school coaches. North Penn, who has a powerhouse team this year, from someone that saw them play Bethlehem Catholic last weekend, said that North Penn has about 13 players that play both ways.
Wow. Here's a pass to Rob Pagnato off his hands. Catchable ball. Pagnato did something wrong for a change and dropped it. He's played a magnificent game so far, has Rob Pagnato. He was wide open, Tom. That's
yep.
a dangerous thing.
Needless to say, Methacton is going to try to punt Norristown deep in a hole here. Probably be some type of pooch punt. If he's smart, he'll try to kick it toward the corner.
All right, Kenny Witter. I'm sorry, Tom.
Go ahead, not upfield. Let's see. Well,
straight up in the air.
Norristown has to just let that drop.
Yeah.
And they got a favorable roll.
Number 11, Mike Godelski down the ball after a poor kick.
About a 4-yard net punt there.
That's right.
Well, that's a big break for the Eagles, Joe. Take advantage of it.
Yes, it is. Now, do you think they come out in the shotgun, Tom, or do you think they go back to the T?
Well, the shotgun is the only formation they've had some success. So, but it looks like he's going under center right now. You can't abandon your bread and butter offense. You have to just continue to hopefully improve running it.
Double wing formation. Coleman off the right side, brought down. Loss of about 3 yards, brought down by number 13 for the Warriors. That's Michael Cope.
See, unlike previous years, even recently, Norristown doesn't have that super quick back that can, you know, even when the offensive line breaks down, they can use their individual ability to make something happen.
Alex
they don't appear to. Yeah,
like
they don't. Right,
yeah.
Swittenberg and
Carroll.
Yeah.
All right, 2nd and 13. Single back in the formation. Bird being chased.
He's going to have to try to get rid of it.
Swarmed over by the Methacton defense, led by number 14. That's Chris Collins.
Now, what Norristown receivers did not do there, when they watched him in trouble, they've got to come back to the ball to give him a chance to throw it in their general direction and throw it away. But again, young teams and inexperienced players, you know, don't have that game awareness type of mentality yet. It takes time to develop that.
3rd and 20. Methacton's going to pull their ears back and go after Bird. They're going to send some linebackers. There goes 13.
Ooh. 13 almost got the handoff there.
Here's Coleman. Yeah, they sent number 13.
That was Mike Cope, the quarterback.
Mike Cope.
And he almost got the handoff from Greg Bird.
3 very ineffective plays by the Norristown Eagles. They lost 13 yards.
They're taking a lot of time. 52 was late getting on the field.
Here's Davey Johnson. He'll hit it at about his 13-yard line. Mike Gadelski back for the Warriors. Good snap.
Ooh.
Got it off.
Barely, Joe.
There's a fair catch call by Gadelski. Interesting call. He had about 15 yards.
Yeah, I guess when he looked up, he made his decision early. Could be directions from the coach. Look, we have a comfortable lead. Let's not risk anything on special teams. We proved we can move the ball in the defense. Why risk a situation that could result in a fumble when they have good field position?
Right, and not only that, Tom, I forgot he's only a sophomore. He's only 14 or 15 years old.
Well, that goes with game awareness and experience.
Yep.
I know as a basketball coach, what I always preached, and I always recognized the certain ability of certain players that knew the game, understood the game, court awareness. And it takes time in a varsity level to gain that experience.
Here's an inside handoff. That's number 43.
That's Andrew Dukowitz. No, that's Norristown's 43.
Rob Pegnotta.
That's correct.
They have a terrific backfield, and Pagnotta at fullback, the slot back. Of course, Marvin Phoenix, the tailback, and Mike Cope runs it all. He's the trigger man back there, and it's a very, very impressive backfield. In the slot. Phoenix, the tailback. Handoff to Phoenix, off the right side. Sees an opening. Rips down to about the Norristown 39-yard line.
Norristown defenders that time, Joe, had trouble shaking off the blocks. Methacton players, there's number 30 who's shaking up. He's their captain. That's number 30 is
Benny Lafredo.
Yeah, Benny. Their only captain.
All right, Benny's up, at least sitting up. It's a very pleasant night, Tom.
Joe, cool. I thought by now we'd be drenched.
So did I.
I really did. But it's actually a perfect weather for high school football here in early September.
Yep.
Next weekend, I'm going up to Penn State for the weekend, visit my daughter, and see the Penn State-Kent State game at Beaver Stadium. I'm looking forward to that. And going up there, I won't know whether to bring shorts or my heavy sweatshirts. Yeah, I think I will. I'll be prepared for both. It's some experience football weekends at State College.
Must be, Tom.
You're talking 107,000 fans.
Mm-hmm.
And on those Saturdays, it's the third largest city in the state of Pennsylvania.
That's correct. The most, when I was about 6 or 7 years ago, my son and I went out to South Bend, Indiana to see a Notre Dame home game.
That must be some experience also.
Notre Dame played Stanford, and there is something about major football college campuses on a Saturday afternoon. There's an electricity in the air that's almost palpable, and you know, the tradition and
the tailgating
the celebrations, the good cheer, the bonhomie. It's just a great experience, and I hope you have a great time.
Thanks, Joe.
All right, 1st and 10 at the Eagle 39-yard line. Cope inside handoff to Pagnotta. Eagles reacted well to that play. In on the tackle is number 55 for the Norristown Eagles.
There's Ben Lafredo down there being treated by athletic trainer Dennis Flynn. He's sitting up. It looks like it's a foot injury the way Mr. Flynn is running him through some diagnostic tests.
Mr. Flynn does a nice job for all the Norristown athletes, Tom, don't you think?
Yes, he does. He's very caring, very professional. And there's a fumble.
Cope struggles to recover his own fumble.
Yeah, had the Norristown defender been strong enough to throw him back there, I think Norristown would have had an opportunity to jump on that.
That was Tyran Flag. I'm sorry. Nice play by the youngster. Flag is only a junior. He's 6 foot, 204 pounds. Here's Cope, straight back. Oh,
wide open there too.
Wide open. O had about 25 yards to go. He dropped the ball. Han O.
Well, you're going to see another punt here by the Warriors. I don't believe that, he'll be as cautious with this. I think he'll let this go a little bit because his last punt only netted 5 yards. What I try to do here is like kick a line drive down here in the corner of the inside the 10.
A better kick this time. Fair catch call for. Davy Johnson fair catches the ball at about the 17-yard line. That was a good decision because that gets by him. It's down inside the 10.
That's right. Davy Johnson's been in a lot of plays tonight. Unfortunately, he's been involved in a couple of those errant punt formation opportunities by the Eagles. However, he's hung in there.
All right, it's first down for the Eagles at their own 19-yard line. 4 minutes, 19 seconds left to play. Single back is Robbie Coleman. There's a pitch to Coleman, dangerous pitch, gains nothing, loss of about 6 or 7 yards. The Methacton defense is absolutely relentless. They're not giving the Eagles room to breathe.
No, you're really not getting an opportunity to see the effectiveness of the Norristown skilled people because they're just getting manhandled at the line of scrimmage.
Well said. All right, you have single coverage on Witter out here on the left. Hand off to Coleman.
Oh, look how quickly they closed. Cope stole the ball.
Cope.
He stole the ball, but the referee, the official, had already ruled the play dead.
The ball is down.
Yeah, number 43, Joe, that was Pagnotta along with Cope.
All right, that was a quick whistle, fortunately for the Eagles, because Cope simply swiped the ball. All right, 2nd and 17. Bird with a little bit of time, launches. Interference, no doubt about it. Oh, my.
No, what happened was the wideout for Norristown, I guess, is that Bruce Minnick? Was that 7?
Yep.
He stopped running, Joe. He stopped running. He continued to run after the Methacton defender went up, but he stopped running.
You may be right, Tom. You may be right. Maybe my displeasure was premature. Looked like he was interfered with, but you may be right. Well, you are right because the referees didn't throw a flag.
They were right on top of it there.
Yep.
Joe, this is something that is very unusual in this game between these two opponents. When have you ever seen a Methacton team with overall better team speed than a Norristown team?
I can't recall. I can't recall.
It's certainly evident this evening.
Yeah. Gets it out of there. Kadelski falls on it. Smart play by the youngster. Smart play by the youngster.
Kadelski's getting a lot of action tonight. Greg Burt threw that ball a long way, Joe.
Yes, he did.
And it was a beautiful spiral pass.
Young Mike Kadelski undergoing his baptism of fire, and this experience is going to be very valuable for the young man as he proceeds along his high school career. Mikey Kadelski, a name to remember. Here's a handoff to Phoenix.
He has beautiful sharp cuts, doesn't he?
Though? He really
Change of speed.
Picked up about 6 yards. Second down, 5 yards to go. Cope rolling to his right, looks back, had number 17 wide open.
Threw a little behind him. He almost made a great catch, though, Joe.
That was number 17, Garrett Sewell. Had him open, threw behind him. Tough ball to catch. Minute 45 left in the third period. Third down, 4 yards to go for the Warriors. I don't see them putting the ball in the air, Tom. I think they'll cope on a rollout, or else they'll give it to Phoenix. Yep, up the middle.
And he's in the secondary.
Boy, you know, Tom, in addition to his speed and his maneuverability, very powerful runner. He bowled over the Norristown defensive back.
There's no question. Yep. He's got power and speed. He's a very nice running back. 5'9", 170.
What year, Tom? Is he a senior?
He's a senior.
Division III. I could see him playing Division III.
Oh, I think he definitely Division III. He could probably fit into some one AA programs.
All right.
And you know something about him? Whenever he goes down, he's going forward.
Yes.
Even that last hit, he plunged forward a couple yards.
Marvin Phoenix. Ball on the Norristown 22-yard line. 43 seconds left to play in the third quarter. Methacton threatening again. Cope keeps it himself, cuts inside. Shifty runner, shifty, powerful runner. He bangs his way down to about the 7-yard line.
This is 2 years in a row that that Mike Cope has given Norristown fits. He is a very good quarterback, very intelligent. He's the type of player you watch. He knows the game. He understands the position.
I think this will be the end of the third quarter, and it is. Both teams will make the long trek to the other end of the field now. That's the end of the third quarter with Methacton 21, Norristown 7.
Joe, except for the the long bomb that Norristown completed in the first half and the fine run by Greg Bird, couple that with, or take away from that, the number of huge losses they've had and the punts that they've had blocked, Norristown's yardage might be around even.
I think you may be right. I think you're right.
I don't know how much plus yardage they're going to have at this point.
I can only think of 3 effective offensive plays. The first play from scrimmage, which netted about 6 yards. The long pass from Bird and Bird's run off the left side. Other than that, I can't. A Norristown offensive play does not stick out in my mind.